Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kelly, but you can call me Kel. And today you can call me Inspired Kel because we're talking about Raye. If you don't know who Raye is, you need to, you have to, you it's imperative because she is an artist that has given me a whole new world of inspiration. And if that is not enough to convince you, Raye's debut album, My 21st Century Blues, won Album of the Year at the 2024 Brit Awards. And not only that, but that same night she broke the record for most awards won at the Brit Awards. You're not understanding. She's the moment. This moment right now. This is legendary activity. It's not talked about enough. We're going to talk about it here. Because not only has she accomplished so much, but she's overcome so much. It was not an easy road to her to get Album of the Year. It wasn't an easy road for her to even get her album created. And so to see an artist that was put through the ringer, put through some of the worst things that you can imagine, she's gone through all of this stuff. So seeing her win this award means so much. Having her win shows people like me to not give up when things get hard or to not quit because you are facing opposition. Raye has talked very publicly about the relationship between her and her first record label and how toxic it became.
It's so deep what I'd realised I'd actually been doing to myself as a person to try and be somebody that they wanted me to be.
So once she was at her limit, she basically decided, hey, either you guys listen to me and we make some changes about my music or we part ways. She gave her label an ultimatum. And so they decided to neither listen to her nor part ways. So they kept her in her contract against her will. And it wasn't until she spoke out in her press that they were willing to acquiesce and to release her from her contract.
They either listen to me now, listen to their artist in pain, or we part ways and they can save themselves this headache because I'm about to make it a headache.
A very, very long, very sad story short, Raye is now an independent artist and she has released her debut album and it's winning awards and it's so good. It's so good. She's an independent artist now and she can make the music that she wants to create and it's just brilliant music. It's brilliant work. To really understand Raye and her music, you really should listen to her album from top to bottom. You'll love the clips you see online. You'll really like the singles. But once you listen to the full album, you'll really be able to conceptualize that you are listening to a work of art. And that all is very intentional. Raye always stated that she wanted to be an artist that produced bodies of work rather than just singles. Last week we talked about Sabrina Carpenter and how nonsense inspired me to talk my nonsense, i.e. to use my own lyrics for a cover. And this week we're talking about Raye, who inspired me once again with my lyrics, but on the other side of that coin. To be vulnerable, to say what you mean what you say, be intentional, and sometimes be blunt. Raye's songwriting broke through the industry before her solo debut even occurred. She wrote songs for David Guetta, Rihanna, and wait for it, Beyonce. And that's all I needed to know. Once I found out that she had written a song for Beyonce, I went on a little hunt to see what song it was, and to my surprise and to my glee, I found out that it was one of my favorite songs on the album The Gift, the album that came out once the new Lion King came out, for those of you who are not in the hive. Raye wrote Bigger for Beyonce. That is the opening song in that album, and it's probably one of my favorite songs in that whole album. What I think is so special about Bigger, other than the fact that it is Raye and Beyonce working together, it is that this song was written specifically for this project. This was not a song that was written and then placed in a vault or written and then grew stale. It was a work that was commissioned for a specific album and that was made for a specific piece of art, and that's why it works so perfectly as the beginning of this album. This beautiful song with beautiful melodies and beautiful lyrics just scratches the surface of what Raye's songwriting really is. Once you dig deep into her music, the music that she has written and she has performed, I feel like I know her because of her album. I feel like I've met her and I have not. She's just that good of a songwriter. Her song Ice Cream Man is so breathtakingly chilling, like chilling to my bones that it felt like I was listening to somebody's therapy session. Like I was imposing. Like I shouldn't have been able to hear the words that she was singing. It's that vulnerable and that beautiful. And throughout this whole album, there are lines, there are full songs, there are sections, there are interludes that speak so much on their own, but also tell such a beautiful story together. No two songs that sound the same, but there are no songs that sound out of place. I really can't talk about this album enough. Me talking about it doesn't even do it justice. You guys really, really should listen to this album, and I would love to hear your thoughts on it in the comments below. I think music should be shared, and I really want to share this music with you. One of the really big reasons that I love Raye is because of how much she's gone through, how much she's persevered through, and the courage to not only have lived through such a horrible experience and to continue to work toward her goal, but to speak on that experience, to share it with others, and to put it into her music, knowing that people are going to hear it all over. People are going to know the things that happened to her, know the things that she went through, know the pain that she felt, and still made the choice to put that music out. That is some top-notch vulnerability, and it inspires me to be vulnerable. In Raye's interviews and in her acceptance speech at the Brit Awards, she says, "All I've ever wanted to be was an artist." And she says it a lot in a lot of her interviews. All I've ever wanted to be is an artist. And this hit me in my soul. It hit me so hard is because that's how I feel. I have only ever really wanted to be an artist. And it wasn't until recently that I realized that I have spent a majority of my time working on my plan B, that I forgot I even had a plan A, which was to be an artist. And I consider myself lucky that I found this album, that I found this artist, that I found those interviews so that I could be reminded that there's still time for me. There is still time for anyone who wants to be what they've always wanted to be. And that vulnerability, that beauty in songwriting, in her art, has evoked such strong emotions in me. And if that is not what music and art and sharing is for, then I really don't know. But what I do know for sure is that I need to get Jordan here so he can do two things. One, play some music with me, and two, lighten the mood a little bit. So, let me go get my husband. Jordan's here. Yay! Woo! Jordan's here. Everyone's excited. Jordan, can you guess what today's song is?
Give me a hint.
I'll give you two hints. It's by Raye, and it's meant to lighten the mood a little bit.
So it's either gonna be Worth It or Bust It Down, I think.
You can't hedge your guesses. You have to guess one.
I'm gonna say Bust It Down.
Correct. Yeah. Educated guesses.
Educator guesses.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so usually in this song, there's a little choir, and it goes do 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 do. Well, they say words.
It's very simple. It's she gon' bust it and he gon' love it. Okay, this song is called Bust It Down.
So here are your options, Jordan. Would you like to be a choir member today, or would you like to get your horn and just play it on your horn?
I would much rather do anything besides sing, so.
All right, guys, pausing for Jordan to get his horn. Jordan, you have very specific rules that you must follow. And that rule is that when it's your time to come in, you have to play. Now, Jordan does have his master's in trombone performance, so he didn't need any of that intro, but I like to give him direction. I married him. It's for the people. It's for the kids. For the kids. It's always for the kids. All right. Let's try it. Let's try a one take Timmy in this house. I'm gonna bust it down. I'm gonna bust it. I'm gonna tick tock on it like a clock. I'm gonna touch it. I'm gonna back it up and break it down, and he's gonna love it. I'm gonna bust it down, bust it down. We did it. One take, Timmy. Wait, we can't high five premature. Thank you for being in this video. Enjoyed it. How do you feel about Bust It Down, and how do you feel about Raye?
I love the song itself. I think it's adorable. The cute nature of the backgrounds and the gospel and all of that mixed with the subject matters is quite lovely. I think Raye's fantastic. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. No one's ever said it before. Raye's an amazing artist, and we discovered her. Just kidding. She's a great artist, and we're glad that we found her when we did. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it. And I didn't want to say this before, but the people who did not stay to the end of the video aren't busting it up nor down. I don't even know what busting it up would even be. I made this video because I told my brain that a little bit of vulnerability can go a really long way. So I hope you are telling your brain that you can be that thing you've always wanted to be. Bye.